So I'm gonna need to fix the turn signal, driver's side, and then I'm gonna debadge the car completely for two reasons. One reason is because the one little drag spoiler wing that I'll be putting on is gonna go over that anyways, so I need to take it off. And the second reason, because this one doesn't have it. So I'm gonna put the rear logo here. I'm not gonna put the 350Z, I'll just put the Nissan on. It has these dumb little plugs in it. So I'll just take these out. I wonder how hard that's gonna be. But take those out. And put it on that car. I got this rear logo painted and it's starting to dry. It's really bubbly and really gross. And it's dripping too. Oh no. But once it's dry, I'm gonna sand it down and give it some more paint. So I'm not too worried about it now, but yeah, it looks terrible. Using one of these putty tools and a heat gun, it's so easy. It comes off like butter. Got that logo off, and then that. And it's low enough to the point where I could just clean and sand it, and then the rest will come off. So, yeah, not too bad. But now I gotta wait for that logo to paint. I mean, it will dry, and then I can put it on the white car. So, I'm gonna clean this all up, and get back to you on the next thing. Alrighty. I got that cleaned a little bit, and that just figured doesn't matter since the drag wing is going to cover it anyways. Well, drag wing, but yeah. It's gonna be a fun car to work on. I got a couple months to get this car to version 2 material. So yeah, this should be interesting, that's for sure. Right now, I am going to make a little car freshener for this car because I have everything in my version 2 list from cheapest to most expensive. So right now I've been doing just like the cheaper things, the stuff to get out of the way, the free things, whatever. And one of those things is going to be fixing this radiator support. Now, I could buy a new one, or I could just use one of those plastic welders and just, you know, put it back together a bit and then call it a day, because it'll be good enough. So yeah, right now I'm gonna make that little car freshener. So I will see ya. Got the heat press. Gotta plug that bad boy in. Printer. Gotta get some scents out there. That is the template. So let me just grab a bunch of stuff and get back to you. There we go. It's all done. I chose pineapple. Yeah, I didn't really record any of the steps, so that's my bad, but yeah, I feel like this one looked cool in this car. So edgy and cool. Lights with the freshener. Sick. Super sick. Oh yeah. Here's the logo. It looks so bad. I don't even know. I just found a random piece of sandpaper and it didn't even say what grit it was, so I'm gonna sand this again because I found the actual sandpaper I need. So let's do that. I think I got it pretty good so far. Some better lighting. I think this is gonna turn out much better because now I got like a nice smooth sand. This was was using my heat gun and I like warped it. So I guess that's gonna be there forever, but I don't really care. There we go. It looks terrible, but the lighting at least. But yeah, definitely looks better than last time, that's for sure. But yeah. I mean, I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. Heat gun. Man, I probably could make it a little bit better, but this is good enough for me. All right, I got the logo, got the double-sided tape, Figured this would be good enough. Now I gotta grab a tool to get the little plugs out, and then I'll be able to put this on. All right, got this tool.
How do we do this?
Oh, it's just double-sided taped. Interesting.
This isn't too bad at all. Yeah, I don't remember how long ago we did this, but this isn't too bad. This car hasn't had a logo in like 3 years or something. Who even knows?
Let's see how it's gonna look with the logo on though. Man, it looks so out of place. All right, I'm gonna peel the backing off and then actually attach this. Oh, there we go. It looks kind of weird now with a logo on it, but yeah. Now time to put these little plug things onto the other car because, you know, I don't want rain and water to get in my trunk and whatnot. So yeah. All right, so I got those little circle plug things onto this little double-sided tape. So I'm gonna keep pressing on this, make sure it's all in there good, and then I'll just cut around the circle. So yeah, I think my next couple videos are gonna be like just kind of, there's gonna be probably 2 formats of videos. Working on the drift car or maintenance on the white car. So it'll kind of be like back and forth. So this was like kind of the introduction to version 2 of the blue car, of the drift car. You know, kind of getting it all ready for the improvements. Yeah, I'm not sure what my next step's gonna be. I think maybe the tail lights will be the next step. Oh, what could that be? Part of the vid. I'm gonna be trying these clear tails. I got this acrylic sheet. And little disclaimer, I tried to make the lenses out of an acrylic sheet first, but it didn't work. It sucked really bad. It looked terrible. It kept cracking. So I'm just gonna show the fails of that, and then I'll get back into the actual process that I did. So yeah. Yeah, definitely do this in like a bathtub or outside because this is so messy. An old toothbrush though works really well. About halfway done. This is way harder than it looks. Cracked right at like this section. Right here. So yeah, didn't really look good anyways. Got the lens off and the film from the acrylic kind of stayed on there, but no biggie. As the actual lens itself, it looks kind of bad, to be honest. So if you want to try this at home, it sucks. Time to cut. So I got a good amount of it cut. Gotta just keep going around, and I'll get back to you once I do that. All right, I got the whole lens off. I'm gonna get this little sanding bit, and I'm gonna try to get all of this red off that I can. But yeah, then it's putting on that one. Also, not to sound like a nerd, but do wear a mask, especially when you're cutting. I got like 500, see, there's more. Just pieces flying like all over you. So, but the sanding process, this is good too. But right now I'm gonna tape off this inner side and paint this red part. This isn't really made for plastic, but whatever. I'm just gonna go around it and have this whole center section taped off, hopefully. Now this time, instead of only having the trim exposed, I also have these little black sections, which I ended up doing on the other one anyways. So I thought I'd just do it right off the bat. But I'm not done taping it up yet, but yeah, it'll be sick. So I'm gonna go with the route of buying a cheap taillight set off of eBay. Like those random little LED ones that have like the clear lens, but the housing is, you know, all custom. So I'm gonna buy one of those to cut the lens off of and then put it on here. But yeah, you've already seen this process a little bit, so I'm gonna cut this one out now. First coat down. Probably let that dry for a good amount of time, and then I'll add another coat. Got the tail light here. It was like super messy, so that's why I didn't like do a full like unboxing, but here they are. I purposely bought the cheapest ones I could find. That has this kind of clear lens on it. And this is going to be the same process as the stock ones. You're just going to cut this out, put the lens off, take it off, and then the housing itself, I mean, not really much use for it anymore. But this is pretty cool because this just plugs into that like little bulb holder thing. Actually, here, you get your stock bulb here. Take this out. Then you simply just plug it in. There you are. Then you can shove this back in there, turn it, whatever. But no use for me anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, we got the tail light now. So I'm gonna start cutting it. You want to try to use the thinnest blade you got, or an ultrasonic cutter. That would be much better. As you can see, it's probably, oh yeah, there you go. Got like a full gap there. And I'm just trying to slowly break this off. Ugh. Gooey. I did a little bit of mining off camera. Oh, yes, sir. Bam. Oh, dude. Yes, sir. It's gonna be kind of quick and rough, but I ended up taking that center area out. It was just 2 screws hiding behind like this, it was kind of like this glue. You just peel it off, unscrew it, and then in the DEs, you'll have this kind of like weird section here. So I ended up just breaking it off, and then you're also gonna have to take out this silver part here, and that's just with 2 screws. You can actually take that off first from the back. It's gonna be that screw and that screw. Pull it out. And then here you're gonna take that piece, and it's so hard to get out, but just break pieces and you'll get it off. So this, it's not a perfect fit, but essentially I'll just be converting these into like HRs. But I took the electronics off already here with these screws, and I'm gonna just sand this down, get in there, give it like a silver paint, like the same ones I've been using, and then pretty much just honestly hot glue it in there because I want it to be easy to like take in and out. But these screw holes that it came with don't match up with those. So yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna end up hot gluing it in there. And I think it'll be kind of a dope look. And worst case scenario, it breaks loose, but you know, it's hiding behind the lens. And then the lens, I'm gonna use a silicone. So that shouldn't be too hard to break if I need to get in here. But yeah. And these LEDs, I mean, they're just simple solder in there, so I feel like that'll be easy if I want to ever change the colors of them, whatnot. But for now, that's kind of my plan. So I'm gonna go sand this. Alrighty. I got this little center area. Let's sand this now.
I'm just using 600. 600 worked well with the inside of the taillight, so not too worried about this. Especially because it's not going to be touched by anything, it's kind of just by itself. So I'm not too worried about the paint. If it sucks, then we'll try to just take it out again.
Ooh, you catch that? Dude, sign me up for like something. Dude, we need like an instant replay on that. Feel like that's pretty good. It ain't much, but it's honest work. I got this stuff specifically made for taillights. So, yeah, let's get a coat on. All right, coat number 1 is on. Honestly, this is gonna look really good. So I'm happy about this. But yeah, I'm gonna get all the rest of the coats on and then I'll see you whenever. Alrighty, got the piece here. I mean, I think it turned out pretty well. A couple imperfections, but I didn't actually even paint the back at all. I don't even know how there is paint there, but it turned out pretty nice. Alright, I got most of it in place.
All the other ones only have one. Doesn't really make sense to me, but makes it faster for me, so I'm not complaining. I'm just gonna screw it in. And however it sits is how it's gonna sit. I mean, it'll still shine through normally, it's just a little bit off, so not really that worried about it.
There we go. You can kind of, yeah, you can see all the LEDs in there. Pretty sweet. Super easy, super good. Now we're gonna move on to next step. I guess let's get started. Man, I don't like committing to this. This is like kind of terrifying, not gonna lie. Let's just put it way up against this edge. Surely that was it. Yep, and the cord is still sticking out there. Beautiful. Yeah, there we go. There is essentially an HR taillight. That looks pretty tough. Time to silicone the lens off. Yippee. So that's where I got distracted and I saw a marketplace listing for the body kit that I want, and some dude had it near me. So yeah, that's this. But back to the taillights. All right, I'm sorry if my mic cuts out here, but I got the lens here, I got the taillight, and I have a bunch of pieces of tape kind of just pre-laid out, so once I put it on, I can just quickly apply it. But yeah, I've actually never done this before, so we'll see how this goes. Dude, my fingers are like covered right now. This is not. Just let that dry overnight. I feel like this is plenty. But as you can see, the lens is on there. Some smudges, but I made sure that all of this is only on the outside. So yeah, should be good. All right, it's the next day. I started untaping this tail light. So I'm gonna start taking all this tape and see how the silicone does.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably just use new tape, honestly. And so far, looking pretty good. Even though the silicone is clear, you can very much see it through. Like clamps definitely would have been the ideal choice for this, but okay. Tape is just as good. I don't know how that corner turned out.
Throw all this away. I'm not hating what I'm seeing. I'm not sure I'm also loving it. I'm looking at the edge here. And honestly, it's looking pretty sealed. There's definitely some sections that aren't perfect. But I'm liking it. I'm definitely gonna silicone and then just kind of like rub my finger. So it's giving it like another coat essentially. Oh yeah. That's not in there. Oh yeah, that's real bad there. Definitely gonna reseal up there. But I think if I just use like a little cloth here, I can clean up this lens nice. There's just a lot of like silicone chilling up here. Other than that though, bam. Alright, I got a good amount cut. This bit is kind of hard for these long, big cuts. So I've been just using it for like this section and that section, and then in here, kind of like those small, sharp turn areas where, you know, a circle bit wouldn't really be ideal for a corner like that. So I'm still just using this to do the long cuts. But yeah, so far that's what I got. Yeah, my car is covered in snow right now. And that taillight right there is gonna be that one. All right, I forgot to mention, I am going to a drift event in March, actually exactly a month from today. So my goal is to get the body kit fitted, painted, and this clear taillight done by then. So I have a month to do all of that. Hopefully I can get it done. But I'm gonna keep cutting this and I'll get back to you. All right. We're outside the car. Here it is. Here is the clear taillight. I mean, usually you would tape off this trim and paint it so you don't see all this like ugly cracking, but ooh. Uh-oh. Well, maybe it still works. All right. That actually does not look too bad. Of course, the body kit's gonna make it look way better though. Yeah, I'll give you a little. Oh, I should check the brakes to see if those even work right now. So that concludes the clear tail install. I'm going to probably start with the front bumper since I already don't have one. But yeah, I'll see you in the next episode.